I'm back. I'm sorry. I keep getting phone calls. But anyway, that was my husband that came and sat down next to Stuart.
He's director.
He was
He's director of the film. It's Oliver Stone Jr. Can't you see the resemblance? He's in charge. Tells us what to do.
He doesn't like being on camera that much, but anyway.
Yeah, it's like Alfred Hitchcock has to make a show, an appearance in the shows that he directs. So that was the director, the behind-the-scenes director.
He is the director.
He really is.
He really is. He runs the camera
Yeah.
and all that. So.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for
and
that.
He tells us
Steven.
when we should talk and not talk.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I was talking about how great it is. They're doing the great protest, and Druthers has got everyone organized there, and Canada, and everyone thinks that here in Florida we got it going good because the governor and the government is like
Ron DeSantis
is opposing these kind of things, right? But where my radio show is, if it continues, is in Gainesville, Alachua County, which are fighting the state of Florida, and DeSantis even made an appearance there with a lot of people recently, and they're fighting against him. Now, the station that I'm on is part of this progressive movement, the progressive newspaper that's there in Gainesville.
But at least they still let you go on the air
so far,
and talk about
we might be able to
so.
continue. Now, in the latest magazine that I picked up on Saturday, here is what the people are rallying for. They got hundreds, if not thousands, of people to rally for. University students rallying for authoritarianism, for they're rallying.
Wow.
They're rallying against the University of Florida, saying that no, you shouldn't be allowing people to do what they want. We want mask mandates. We want
no,
forced.
We don't.
No, this is what they're demanding. They're saying
right.
they're saying they want mask mandates, forced vaccinations, classes online. This is their so-called protest. They're protesting freedom in the name. They're asking for authoritarianism in the name of progressivism. This is what is being pushed.
Yeah, it's wrong.
On the radio show, by their definition.
I even seen on TikTok, this guy has a mask on, and then he puts this computer thing that tests his breathing or everything, and he puts it in there, and for like a couple seconds, and it starts going ding, 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 showing that it's bad. I think it's like a radiation thing or something.
Oh, I'm hearing
You're not supposed to be breathing your own breath.
It's definitely...
That's what the open air is for.
I mean, I hear all kinds of stories, and I don't know, but I can tell you personal stories. I had a great dentist in Gainesville last year, and I really worked hard to find this great dentist, and she was preparing to do the work for me, and then she had the vaccine. She was out of work.
What happened?
Her arm got paralyzed. She couldn't work. She had to have someone else finish the work in my mouth, the dental work that I was having done.
Right.
And then she had at 36 years old, she had to retire. She could no longer do the dental work.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this was a lady.
What they did to her.
Yeah.
I mean, what was in that vaccine that they gave her?
Didn't take, but, it was immediate.
It was immediate.
And it was over, and it was permanent.
Oh,
that
my
changed
God.
her life. Now, this I know from
Poor
experience.
woman.
There's other things, too, but that's one that really sticks out. I know, and it really affected me because I didn't get the dental work I wanted because the fill-in, the girl that was, doing the back, whatever, she didn't do the work. She didn't have the conscientious. She wasn't involved with it like the dentist that I had hired to do it. I was really looking forward to, and didn't even have the same personality and less pleasant experience, and going into something they don't, just a whole different experience. Changed things unnecessarily, and that woman was totally healthy. There was no reason for her to take that shot.
There's a lot of stories like that going around right now.
A lot of things. I'm afraid to be near people that have had those shots. I'm afraid they're dangerous and they're going to spread things, or they're radioactive or something. I don't know. I got to control people with it.
I think it's something to do with the DNA, changing the DNA.
I think they're trying to
and-
change humanity.
and
They are so adamant about wanting everyone to do this.
Yeah.
There's no
So,
reason.
There's no reason
No
for it. It's
reason.
ridiculous.
More than ridiculous.
Just say I don't.
That's why I get
don't
so upset when
consent.
I see the diapers on the face.
And that's what I say. I don't consent.
Do not.
Do not
We
consent.
resist. And that's why,
I'm gonna read this
Yeah, go
really quick here. This is this is from Cindy K. Courier. She wrote the Law of the Land Handbook. She's been out for a while now, and a lot of people. She doesn't have a whole bunch of followers. It's like, but there's a few in humanity who understand what she's talking about.
This is my order.
And
No, that's not my order.
so this is part of the Law of the Land Handbook, and it is called Order of Events for Communities, Tribes, and Nations Transitioning to Natural Law. And, because you always hear me talk about natural law, because I feel in my heart that's what we need to go back to before all the crime.
The law we have is fake, and it's been fake for hundreds and probably
Right,
thousands
that's all.
of years.
It's maritime law.
The only
it's
law that was real was
admiralty
probably the
law,
early
it's-
biblical law. Those are the
Right.
only laws that are real. Or were
so
real.
I'm just gonna read this really quick so you guys can hear what she's talking about, and this is part of the plan going forward for natural law. So here, number 1, community members acquire civilian, tactical, and military training. Number 2, community commissions a council and local sheriff who are committed to natural law as described in the Court of Ages Law of the Land Handbook. Number 3, sheriff activates civilian National Guard to train and support local protection. Guard answers directly to locally commissioned sheriff.
That sounds so real. That sounds like a real system.
Number 4, it is.
The way you think it would be when you're growing up young and you're thinking the world would be set up certain ways, and then you find out it's not.
Number 4, council establishes community ecclesia meeting times and procedures. Number 5, community implements plans for energy and food independence.
Excellent.
Number 6, community implements a neighborhood emergency preparedness and strategic action plans. Number 7, community establishes strategic and trade relationships with other natural law communities. I did think that we are going to go back to a time when we did, and long ago, they did trading for coins, trading for pelts,
The natural way
trading
we did
for
things.
food, the natural way we did things.
It's
Exactly.
natural human
Thank
life.
you so much for that, Stuart. On behalf of the community, Sheriff makes the following orders and declarations. The Sheriff. Number 1, all land not maintained by an individual, family, or private business is declared common land. Those without a place to live may occupy vacant homes. Number 2, all prisoners not proven to be harmed to others are released.
Those prisons are really torture chambers.
They are.
They're terrible places.
They're horrible.
Oh,
places.
even for the worst criminals, that's not the way you do it. You make things worse for them. You make them unhealthy, you mess with their mind, torture them. That isn't going to help society.
Number 3, local protectors replace police, policy enforcers. So local people who you know can. Number 4, healing practices are established in personable, comfortable settings. I'm sorry, guys, tongue twister. Emergency and operating facilities are set up where needed. Okay? The community is responsible for assisting those in need of care. The community is educated in options for cures and alternatives to drugs. Number 5, community establishes their local money and funding services centers. She has come up with, it's called We Are Heirs of Creation. So she has come up with a thing called airship economy. And that means we make our own banks. We make our own money.
We can't trust the money system much longer.
We can't trust their money system.
It's all so fake. They're going to manipulate everything to destroy us. We have to set up everything new.
Number 6, community household project and business budgets are submitted to the local money and funding services center for fulfillment upon passing an audit. So,
yeah, these are all fair rules. They're not communist in any way. This is allowing people their rights. This isn't giving power to a. Sounds pretty good from what you're saying. That doesn't sound like any of that would be. That would prevent over empowerment of
over the overreaching and the pharmaceutical companies,
the whole deal,
the drug companies.
They've got to stop what's happening.
It has to be stopped. This is the time to stop it.
It's not a game. It's not. We're not going to put Band-Aids on this. This is it.
I'm hoping it crashes really soon.
Yeah.
That is just my personal.
Well, they're exposed now, and
my
it's getting so big they can't stop it. So they're going to try something else again, but they can't win. They're not going to win. Humanity is going to win.
A neighborhood emergency response plan.
We hope.
Prep level 0 during the incident. Do routine wellness checkups on all neighbors. Establish regular checkups and provide care for the sick, the elderly, and animals. Coordinate food and water supply. Keep a record of injuries and keep a record of damages.
This is important stuff since the whole thing has become so corrupt and it's so fakey. The medical industrial complex, everything's set up supposedly to help us and protect us and things like that. We can't trust any of it anymore. It's just a big money game, and a bunch of people getting money for not even working, not helping, and they're not helping people get healthy or anything.
This is the actual plan, guys. I know you can't see it from here, because anyway, this is the actual plan. Neighborhood emergency response plan for when
rational.
For when something happens. This is a letter
that
you can actually take it
it's
to
happened right now.
This is
it's happening
on Rise Together channel, on Cindy's channel. You can actually print this up. This is what I did. I just printed it out off of my computer. And this is a letter, and you can all read it, and you can actually take it to your neighbors and see what they think. If they're if they understand what you're talking about. Okay, it says, Dear neighbors, we prepare for emergencies such as fires, earthquakes, and weather events because the consequences of being unprepared are too great. We hope such incidents won't happen, but we never know. So it seems like a good idea to have a neighborhood emergency response plan just in case it happens. It seems to me that the peace of mind knowing we are all ready will be worth the effort of preparing.
True security would be nice.
Below you will find a preliminary outline for a plan that can be adjusted as we go.
It'd be nice to have real security.
It says neighborhood emergency response plan. Objective: to ensure everyone is prepared for disaster and has the necessary supplies to assist one another in assisting basic necessities such as food, medicine, water for at least 72 hours. This objective is flexible and will develop as further needs are identified. And then you establish your team leaders, your incident commander, neighborhood watch members, neighborhood fire station representative, emergency medical services representative, protection service representative, and then it says conduct hazard analysis. What hazardous locations are close to our neighborhood? What hazardous conditions might arise? How we will prepare for potential hazardous conditions. Identify communication resources. What communication technology is available in our neighborhood? Is it internet, ham radios, telecommunications, landlines? How we will communicate with one another, a communication tree? Question mark. How will we communicate with the outside world? Question mark. How are warnings received and distributed? Plan assumptions. Assume the best but plan for the worst. A major or catastrophic incident may overwhelm the capabilities of counties and municipalities to provide prompt and effective response. Transportation infrastructure may be damaged and local transportation services disrupted. Widespread damage to commercial telecommunications facilities may occur. Homes, public buildings, and other critical facilities and equipment may be destroyed or damaged. Debris may make streets and highways impassable. Public utilities may be damaged and either fully or partially inoperable. Some people may require immediate rescue and or medical care. There may be a shortage of supplies. Energy sources could be disrupted. Incident